Yes, I'm Marni Hughes in Chicago. Voters in Wisconsin and Minnesota will be heading to the polls this week for several high-stakes primaries that could solidify the direction of the Democratic Party. In Wisconsin, Representative Francesca Hong is the front-runner in a four-way Democratic primary for governor. The latest polling puts the Democratic Socialist at 44%, 22 points ahead of Milwaukee County Executive and the establishment Democrat, David Crowley. Hong's rise follows a string of progressive wins this year, her campaign focusing heavily on the cost of living. But the bigger question is whether a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist can secure a win in a key battleground state. She is facing mounting pressure from inside the party. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez declining to endorse her, saying she is focused on winning back Congress.
My focus has been in winning back the Congress, winning back the House, and positioning ourselves to have the best chance possible to win the Senate.
Voters in Minnesota are facing a similar choice in their primary. Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, who has the backing of Senator Bernie Sanders, is running against Congresswoman Angie Craig. Craig argues her record winning a competitive House district makes her the stronger candidate. They will compete for the seat vacated by retiring Senator Tina Smith. And another question that remains, can far-left candidates win over battleground states? Or do party leaders have a right to worry about winning them over and taking control of Congress? The president and Michigan's Democratic Senate candidate, Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, are trading insults. President Trump accusing Sayed of being a communist and the rise of democratic socialism on the left. Joining us now, NewsNation White House correspondent Libbey Dean, live in Washington with the latest as we get set for another big primary day. Libbey, good morning. So these midterms are around the corner, and a lot is weighing on this week's decisions.
Good morning, Marni. Yeah, they're nearing quick, and someone is in President Trump's focus right now, and that's Dr. Abdul El-Sayed. That Democratic primary victory has quickly made him this new target for this White House and President Trump, and this fight is already moving not just from politics, but now it's getting personal between the two of them, because on late Saturday, the president posted a side-by-side photo of himself and First Lady Melania Trump next to a photo of El-Sayed and his wife, calling them, quote, two very different Americas. Now, El-Sayed, he fired back, criticizing the president's marriage.
And actually, Sarah and I like each other. I don't know about the First Lady and the President, but from what I've heard, it's a bit of a rocky road. You've got two different visions of America. Donald Trump's vision is the one you're living in right now. Can you afford your gas? Can you afford your groceries? Do you believe, when you look your kids in the eye, that they're going to have a better future than you did?
And there's plenty for Republicans to go after. El-Sayed supports Medicare for all, wants to abolish ICE, and opposes U.S. military aid to Israel, to name a few things. He says he's not a socialist, but Republicans are already using those positions to cast him as a symbol of where they believe the Democratic Party is headed. And as we've seen, these progressive candidates, they continue to rack up these primary wins. The debate over really the direction of the party that only continues to grow louder as the midterm elections get closer. And the former Republican Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's actually questioning if this two-party system even works, saying she's, quote, completely disgusted with both parties. Now, California Governor Gavin Newsom, he's actually heading to Michigan today, where he's expected to meet with El-Sayed, also campaign with Democrats there. Michigan, though, really may be giving us an early look here at what the 2026 midterms are going to be about. And President Trump is clearly looking to make El-Sayed part of this conversation, mentioning him most recently when he's spoken publicly. And the president, he'll also be making two calls today into these tele-rallies that'll happen later tonight, first for Senator Darlene Graham and then for Michael Alfonso, who's running for Congress in Wisconsin. Marni.
All right, Libbey Dean, live from the White House. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.